Hey people, we're back, we're doing stuff. That stuff involves climbing a ladder. Check it out. Now this, unfortunately, you've not seen. I forgot my bone meal. I wanted to spread more grass. That doesn't matter, we'll get it later. I was recording this the other day. Unfortunately, something went horribly wrong with the footage, and it's all unusable. But this is the... What are you doing with that grass block, dude? Give me that. No, you don't. No, you don't have a right to get mad. Go away, zombie. This is between me and the Enderman. Where's he gone? I won that dirt block, man. I won that dirt block. What a jerk. What a jerk. Thieving my dirt blocks. So, as I was saying, it's from there, I think. Maybe? Maybe. It probably is. Does go there. Yep, that'll do. I got started. Haven't actually been able to finish it. Need more bone meal. I want to change this, and I want more trees, but I'm basically out of this kind of sapling, so what I'm actually going to have to do is, well, this, in fact. Wow. This axe. Yeah. I have to farm the trees that I planted to get more trees. Good times, huh? So, you won't be able to see me building this, but to be honest, it's kind of dull, and despite me saying I wanted to talk about other things besides what I'm physically doing on the screen, I mostly just talked about what I was physically doing on the screen. So, updates. I know it's been a little while. I've been extremely busy the last few days. The upshot is, and you may notice I'm speaking a lot more pronounced and with slightly more volume, and that is because for the first time ever, I have a quiet moment that does not involve everybody else being sleeping. That's grammatically correct. We're gonna stick with it. Essentially, everybody else has disappeared for a few days, hopefully a week, and that means I can actually get some work done. Yeah. So I bulked up the other stuff that I had to do on the previous few days so that I would have extra time. I want saplings, not apples. I'm not complaining, but I'd like saplings. Yeah, extra time to actually dedicate to recording stuff. And with any luck, if I do this right, I probably can't get away with too much of Minecraft at the moment, just because we've got 1.3 coming, and I've got plans for that. I know exactly what the first project is going to be. Good, I need that. That is good. Bam. The first project is going to be taking that mob system that I finished off, that now has a roof. You haven't seen the roof. If you don't know what a roof looks like, it looks like that. And that is a million mobs coming out down there and just sitting there. I'd like to say that's probably where the Enderman came from, but I know for a fact it isn't, because the roof is too high and the Enderman couldn't have possibly come out of there. I'm not going to make you watch me shoot creepers, because that would be upsetting. The other thing I've done up here is to switch around when the T flip-flop was there and to add another array. Those are in two different chunks, which in theory will enable more checks between them as to what's going on. And I'm gonna get flagged by YouTube as having a shaky video again, just because I like to do that a lot. I don't know. That's a slight pro gamer in me. I'm just blink. Yep. No smooth movements from me. So yeah. That's what's going on with that. In terms of other series, Secret World, I'm gonna get quite a bit done. I'm way behind on that, but the upside is I've been doing grunt work. I've prepared a character for doing the mission tutorials, which are way overdue and may not even be that useful, but I guess the startups, the people who are just starting, it'll help them. Nope. Get back. It'll help them and help relieve the people in the general chat who were extremely tired of seeing these questions like, guys, where do I find this mob that I'm supposed to kill? And you're like, have you tried following the giant glowing circle on your map? Stuff like that, you know? get those out of the way, and because those were annoying in the early access weekend. We'll pretend that we're patient, but honestly, no. It took about 10 minutes for me to get sick of the same question. And people asking about bugged quests. It's a big urban trend now that if you are, should we say, lesser capable of understanding a question, that you say, oh, this quest must be bugged. I'm going to ask in the general chat. And then it comes back, no, it's perfectly fine. You must be an idiot. Which, to be fair, is probably not the best way to deal with these people, but there you have it. Let's just insult them. That's great for everybody's self-esteem, and it makes you feel a big man. I can understand the frustration, but at the end of the day, it'd take less stress to just calmly answer the question half the time, and then cuss them out in private with your friends later. Because, you know, that's what everybody does. Right? Anywho, aside from that, the Pokemon stuff, I do actually have a bit of a backlog. However, I did an hour in one go. It was, unfortunately, a bit of a frustrating session that time, simply because I was trying to get something done. I was originally just going to do one episode in a row, then it turned into two when there was something that I just wanted to quote-unquote quickly finish. I figured I could do that in 20 minutes, and it's fine, you know, I've got some time here that I can use. It's not gonna hurt. That 20 minutes turned into about we're probably talking in the region of 2 35 to 40-minute episodes, just based on footage. So that's how well that 20 minutes went. And it got a little frustrating. I think you almost hear me rage. I pride myself on the fact that I don't really. I'm pretty mellow most of the time, but you know when you're just trying to get stuff done before people come down, start traipsing through the room, completely disregarding what you're doing, and you don't really want that noise because, you know, it'll kill a perfectly good recording. And that sucks. And so, you know, I was in a bit of a panic to get it done in time. Not panic so much, but either way, it affected the quality of the commentary. And I know that. I hope it isn't too bad. I'm going to put it up anyway, because, you know, the footage is good, and a couple of monumental things happened in it, stuff that you can't just skip over. And to be fair, it's no use running from what you've done. You've got to be honest, yeah? So, that's going to go up. And if you want to judge me harshly, go ahead. I know I was judged harshly over it being a revelation that fighting types are apparently good against rock types, but I stand by the notion that these fighting types are freaking useless against everything. What are fighting types good for? Yeah. So that's that. Now, the other thing I'd like to get done this week is actually... I'm just running around placing trees here. Hope you like it. I have on the to-do list a playthrough of Dragon Age Origins. It's a game I played before. I adore the game. Adore. Just put simply, it is arguably one of, if not the best RPG that has been made. And that's period. Like, it's certainly one of the only games that has ever provoked an emotional response in me just from the storytelling. We're not talking like Call of Duty when some, you know, asshole is just camping in a corner and picks you off no scope with a sniper rifle and just like, you douche. No, you're not really like that. You go absolutely mental at it. Depending on what kind of mood you're already in, especially if your team's failing, you get angry. But no, we're talking where the storytelling had an impact on me. I actually got pulled in enough. I cared about the character and the motivations, and was genuinely just, you know, this guy did this. I want to cut his throat and, I don't know, sling his entrails through his house and make his kids watch or something. Probably not. That's a bit sick. That's kind of dark. I'm No, no. But either way, yeah, it provoked a response, and that out of a game is just, that's the hallmark of a game done right. Unfortunately, Dragon Age 2 was a crushing disappointment. We think that EA or whatever might have gotten their claws into that and screwed it up, as EA do a lot. And I was having this discussion with a Cabal member in Secret World just the other day that EA, when I was a kid, they were doing stuff that you wanted to play. They were good. Like that was good. But they've just, you dangle money in their face and suddenly all principles go out of the window and it's just one massive sellout thing. I mean, take the business model of The Sims, for example. It's pretty much, let's just give them the least amount of content possible in the main game and then just rip them off with successive expansions that give you stuff you should have had to begin with. And not to, you know, diss anybody playing The Sims, frankly, y'all eat it up. You give them the $20 every other month for, wow, it's a whole expansion pack that gives me a new sofa and a radio, and that seems like a sensible thing to buy, apparently. And, you know, essentially you're endorsing EA's business model. They get away with it. And definitely feel very strongly they ruined the Command & Conquer series. They got hold of it midway through the Tiberian Sun development, I'm pretty sure, and that started to take a cliche turn. Red Alert 2 was fun, but it had a lot of, like, 50s sci-fi, almost B-movie influence in it, and that kind of took away a lot from what it should have felt like. Considering Red Alert was, like, a very, very good strategy game, like very fun to play. Great at a LAN party. Obviously, I hail a bit more from the StarCraft crowd, for anybody who's familiar with my works in that department. But even still, it was a shame what they did to that. And then, of course, the third in the Tiberium kind of series of games. It was good if you don't consider it to be a Command & Conquer game. If you forget this is supposed to be Command & Conquer, you kind of like it. However, otherwise you hate it. If you think of it as Command & Conquer, it's just such a departure. Such a departure. Oh, and of course Tiberian Sun got those ridiculous religious overtones, which, yep, it's a brotherhood, but do you really have to make everybody the quote-unquote bad guys? Do they always have to be religious extremists? I mean, you're trying to create a mirror to real-world events there, or are you just clutching at straws to create something compelling that people can relate to, that you can essentially manipulate them over? Going too deep, but, you know, think about it. Mobs will spawn up here, so I'm gonna go sleep because I just realized it's been night for quite a while now. Oh my god, where's the moon? Over there? Oh yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Just too used to working over there. Oh, hey there, Mr. Zombie. How you doing? Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Okay, let's sleep. Now, my plan for this garden, I did talk about that, is essentially, I'm gonna dirt stack up there. This is stupid, this is stupid. Well, not that stupid. That needs to be there. That's good. Yep, that's fine. That, there, yeah, that's good. You, I don't need you, at least not immediately. Wow, I got wood. Yep, I got wood. That's a great thing to say. Nobody's gonna giggle at that. We're all completely over these Minecraft innuendos, aren't we? You know, the achievements, got wood? Yeah. Well, I'll have you know I got wood quite some time ago. Yes, I'm quite glad that I got wood. It was a satisfying occasion. Anywho, yeah, so I want this main tunnel out. I kind of want it to come out of the hillside, which I don't know if it's doing that yet. Maybe. I mean, if you imagine that there's a brick wall up behind it, and we maybe bank that up a bit more, but I kind of want a path that connects to the inside, where I'll have a path around the edge of the entire thing, which you can get around the back of that mob spawner. There's plenty of room. And so I want that lower, and I want that to just link into an archway there that comes out and around the edge of this lake, and then across. I might actually remove this quote-unquote pathway. This is actually just one of the structural elements, like part of my giant wireframe. Let's go under here. Yeah, you can see it underneath there. With skeleton and zombie and creeper. Wow, one of every animal. Okay, you gonna die? Whoa, teleport zombie. It's quite magical. Yeah, but I kind of want this to come as a stream, possibly over here, have a bridge over it, and you know what? I'd like a waterfall. I definitely want a waterfall in here somewhere. Probably, if we can bank this up here a little bit and create a little thing that you can imagine it's coming out as an underground stream, lead the water off and around down here, probably still raised because we'd need it to go down into this. And this, honestly, if I were to tap that through, I'd send water cascading down right the way down. So really this does need banking up a bit more. And I guess the pathways around the edge need to be raised. I'm gonna have to raise them. I'll have to put steps up. Okay. Okay, well that's not too bad. I can deal with that. Alternatively, of course, we could just have this, raise it up here, so this lake is higher, and then have a waterfall coming down here, leading around here, bridge over here, and then it could just lead under this hillside and disappear. That might actually work out better. That would be a lot easier to achieve. And the tall grass, it annoys me while I'm building a lot, but you know what? I think it looks good up here. I like it. Just the flat grass, it looks barren, and considering how high up we are anyway, I don't think that would do us proud. Oh yeah, and the view. There's some pumpkins. Probably can't hit them from up here. In fact, I definitely can't hit them from up here, but I'm going to shoot that arrow anyway, because I've got plenty of 25 arrows. Yep, 25 arrows. Going good. Got a mob system. It's fine. I'll just go collect some skeletons. Hoorah! I was going to talk about what I was going to do to that mob system in 1.3. Well, that's going well. I guess this tree can get the chop then, because I'm going to raise this up, and that water as well. I guess I can leave it too deep. I think I can get away with that. I think that can actually be good, because at the moment it's 1 deep. I don't know if you could tell. This is in fact 1 deep. Look. Yep. Splashy splashy. That's called a water feature. Very good. So too deep it'd look better. It looks slightly more natural. This is... Well, it's not square. It's got a very natural edge to it, but it needs to be more of a basin shape to it. It goes sharply down and then across. That doesn't look good in my mind. So, I keep touching on it. I'm not going to torment you any further. What we're going to do with the mob system in 1.3. Okay, as I am pretty sure I've mentioned somewhere before while I was recording, the tripwires, you can actually suspend them in the air. They will detect various things, such as items being thrown through them, so, you know, get that? It'll detect that falling through it, as well as landing in it. What the hell was that? Wow, that was the loudest sapling ever. They'll also detect falling sand going through the tripwire. So I'm pretty sure there's something clever we can do with that. Definitely something clever we can do with that. And also they'll detect things falling through it. It will detect if something spawns in it, like if it's going through its head. And you can, in theory, also use that to create a system that can differentiate between, let's say, zombies and skeletons and endermen. And also spiders, to be honest. You can, theoretically, using this, though it's not the cleanest system in the world, create a mob system that, like a piston-based mob system, which traditionally you have to keep spiders out of, you can theoretically actually do that using tripwires and having the spiders fall through in a slightly delayed push reaction. And that gives you quite a few possibilities. I'm going to be very interested to see what exactly I can come up with that. I would have messed about a bit more on the pre-release, but honestly, for the main invention part of it, I would rather stick until the actual release. I don't want to quote-unquote cheat at it. It isn't really cheating, but yeah. I just want to know how it works, and then I can get to inventing stuff when it's in the actual world. And by actual world, I mean I just hop over to a creative world and play with it, because that's how I roll. Got a problem? Creative. Yep, just go to creative. One of these days, I'm gonna show you me actually doing that. I tried to a little bit with the elevator tutorial. I talk you through my thinking process, how I engage with a problem, and yeah, hopefully that was interesting, useful, or interestingly useful, or just, you know, nice background while you were working, or something. I want a dirt block there. I don't know why, but I do. And there. There. That's good. That's good. So I'm going to bank this up a little bit more. This, I'm going to put lighting through as well. So first thing that day-night ridiculous array is going to be hooked into. Yes, I'm taking up the whole quarter, but it's fine. I mean, look at this massive tower. Now, the other big thing that I need to talk about before I run out of time in roughly, 7 minutes, 27 seconds, is that elevator. I've been contemplating this. I'm just reducing the size of this pool a little bit so that I can bank up the sides and get that curved shape. Yeah, the elevator. So to get it, because obviously I can't just have 1,000 elevators going up the building, because that's almost as irritating as stairs. In some ways, stairs would just be a lot better. I need sand. I'll get it later. I'll just give you an update of this one next time when I've tweaked the landscape a bit more. Yeah. So, to get it to start and stop multiple floors, what I think I might have to do is to essentially create binary processing units on every floor. Now, if that just gave you a "what" moment, that's fine. I'll talk you through that when I do it. I'll show you. I'd give a tutorial, but to be honest, it's more of a component. It's something you can use to achieve other things. So I don't think it really warrants its own tutorial piece. But I don't know. If it's something that people want to see, then okay. Gotta do what the people want, really. It's about keeping you guys entertained, and yeah, I'm going in there just because we're getting precariously close to the edge, and I'm no way in hell gonna have. Oh yes, oh this could be amazing. Bridge over the lake. Yes, it just occurred to me nobody can actually hear what my brain is saying, and you might not speak Portuguese or whatever my brain is speaking. If I knew, I'd do something about it. So yeah, binary processing unit every floor. Essentially, this is like kind of a mini computer. It's basically you use glass blocks and a conductive block like stone, or In my test world, I like to get all fancy and use gold, just because, you know, gold's a great conductor. Look for it in your earphone jacks, because it'll give you a higher quality sound. But essentially, it's how computer memory works, like your RAM. It's a series of zeros and ones which store the program instructions in them, and let's say each block or each bit of information corresponds to a different piston, or in the case of this elevator, it's going to be a different floor in the structure. You can then use these and set them every floor. I'm going to explain why every floor and why not a central one in a moment. You can set them every floor to essentially it starts here, it stops here, and then, you know, just on and off states for the pistons involved in that section of the elevator. So that's going to result in me building a modular elevator. So a MOMO. We're going to call it a MOMO, alright? Please note how I take away from the extremely technical side with ridiculous comments like that. Exceptional. That's how I keep you distracted. Make myself sound human. So one of those on every floor, and then you can have a start and a stop point for the elevator decided with buttons, maybe? I've not thought that part through because you'd probably need a lot of buttons. Even for this, if I'm genuinely having 16 high for the floors, just so I can fit wiring in between and whatever else I need to, it's gonna result in at least 8 buttons just for this top section up here, and that's gonna be awkward to fit onto a wall, so I might have to think about a more compact or just a more clever system of selecting the floors. But essentially, let's say you're on floor number 4, okay? So all the pistons below floor number 4, my teeth, they just keep slipping out. They would be stuck in the extended position, so that on the 4th floor, when you walked into the elevator, you just walk onto extended pistons. That was not enough power. You'd walk straight out onto extended pistons, and depending on what floor you select, let's say you're going up to 5th, you then just go up normally, and they would all stay extended. Or if you're going down to 2nd, it would successively retract the pistons, so a reverse instruction of how it works, so that you could then go down and then just walk out on the 2nd floor. Nice and simple. And then that I think would be complicated as hell, but good God, would it be cool. I know I can pull it off, but the question is space concerns. I'm very concerned about that because, doesn't exactly sound like a small task, does it? So I'm going to have to see how compact I can get that. This water I'm going to fill in. I'm going to finish off the landscaping around here a little bit. Yeah, we're almost out of time, so hopefully I got around saying other stuff. In the coming days, what you should look out for is nightmare runs of Secret World dungeons. They are way overdue, and I think the reason that my Polaris Hellraised and that set, basically it's the first 3 dungeons in the game. Those are also the 3 current nightmare selections, so I think I've been getting a lot of hits that have been looking for nightmare tactics instead of the regular dungeon, and so that's why they've been getting a lot of hits. That's what I think, anyway. I mean, you can tell me if I'm wrong, if any of you have been keeping up with that. But either way, I'm going to be getting the nightmare videos out soon, because we're all set up for those, and we've been dancing around. I'm also going to get the free Transylvania dungeons out, because those are quite overdue, honestly. Yeah, this I'm going to need to bring around here. Okay. bit more in here. And, okay, mission guides as well. I'm going to be doing those, so even if you've played through all the story, as I obviously have, I've started a new character to do it, so you're going to be seeing that. He's called, mysteriously, AreaFiftyOne. That name. Hit him with the axe. Yep. I want to get the spider's wood. I don't see a problem with what I've just said. Yeah, I shouldn't be using that still. That's really dumb. As you can see, that pick is about to go. Good news, I got another one. Yeah. Both efficiency 5. I got very lucky with that. I got more in stockpile, but yeah, use those now because why not? So you expect the dungeon guides, expect more Pokemon, and depending on when I run it, I may start putting the Dragon Age Origins up, or I may let that wait for a little while, get it recorded, and then upload it once the Pokemon series is finished. I don't know about that. You'll have to let me know. And most importantly, this is key, I would love to have more chats in the comments. There's a couple of you have me on Skype now. You tend to hit me up there. Just throw a message in the comments. I would love to get people involved, get chatting, because you guys who do know me know that I'm a pretty social creature. I love to chat, and especially if somebody is challenging something in the comments, good God, I love a debate. Give me more of that. And unless you're that guy who decided to make a comment to the effect of, oh, well, I made a piston elevator that does this in 3 blocks back. Then went mysteriously silent when I asked him for the video response. Yep. No trolls. I'll just make fun of you. Because I'm a bigger troll. Yep. So that's that. I'm going to finish up here. I'm not going to make you watch. That's about time. Might be time and a half. Might have got a couple of extra minutes out of me. I don't really see it that way. You know? I just hope that it's been mildly entertaining, mildly informative. I hope you didn't massively enjoy the new Command & Conquer games. I sincerely hope you didn't enjoy Command & Conquer 4. That was never supposed to happen because the whole thing was designed as a trilogy and EA just extended it to try and get more money, completely destroyed the series, and you can see where I'm going with that. You don't really need to hear it. It's a good rant though. Not a good game. Terrible game. And yeah. So, thanks for watching. Enderman! Okay, you can see me put... No. 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 Go away, skeleton. Yep. Pro dodge. Just because I had to get one in, just to prove that I can. Hello? They're such cowards, man. You're holding a block. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Right. So you've seen the Enderman run away. They obviously know better than to take me on. Knowing that, I'm probably going to eat my words as I hit stop record. But yeah. Hit some buttons, provided you agree with the associated sentiments. Subscribe if you haven't, please, by all means. I'm going to be doing this all day. By all day, I mean quite a while. Longer than a day. At least 10 minutes. Yeah, at least 10 minutes. So, I'll see you next time.